Welcome back to Marriage or Hell No. Today, fellas, we're going to be doing a reaction video to a lady that was on the Kendra G singles Instagram live feed. And Kendra did a great job of interviewing this lady. And I want to be able to share this video with the community so us as men, we can know, who the hell we need to avoid. You know what I'm talking about? Beautiful women, but serial situationship type of women. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before I do get going, let me just quickly say this. I definitely appreciate all the love and support we've been getting on the channel. We've been, you know, growing rapidly. And it's really thanks to all the men who are watching this type of content. You guys subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, but also engaging down there in the comments. And any women that come across this channel too, because I noticed that there are some groups of women out there that are tuning into this type of content that have subscribed to the channel. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Okay, you a cute girl. What's your name,
Thank
baby?
you. My name is, I go by Bobby. My real name is LaQuisha. My people call me Q, but I go by Bobby.
Nope. Sorry. I try not to stop the videos, but nope. Absolutely not. And the reason why I'm saying that is, am I talking to a lady? And I mean no harm by this when I say this to this young lady, but am I talking to a lady or am I talking to Thugnificent? What I mean by that is, when you say your name is one way, it's kind of like things that dudes kind of do. For instance, a guy may go, yo, my name is Steven, but people over here call me Roscoe. But if you're from the South Side, people call me Southside Roscoe. It's like, that's very dude-like behavior. And I don't know if this lady is aware of that, but it's just already starting to go downhill. But let's keep going.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. Where you calling us from?
Chicago.
Chicago in the building.
Yeah.
All right, this is Bobby, 29 in Chicago. What do you do for a living?
So I work for AT&T. Currently, I'm on baby bonding leave. I just had a baby 6 months ago. So outside of that, I am a serial entrepreneur. I own my own small business where I create healthy meal preps and natural juices.
All right, come on, man. I wasn't going to stop it there, but we got to stop it there. And the reason being is, Kendra, I don't know if you guys heard it because she said it so fast, is that she just had a baby 6 months ago. So why is she calling on to the Kendra G singles channel already? And us as men, we have to start thinking about that. How the hell did you just have a baby 6 months ago, but now you on the Kendra G show? The other thing is the serial entrepreneur type of things. I mean, God, Kendra was just asking the lady about what she does for a living, and she went into this long diatribe. It's what are you doing, girl? Get to the point. Nobody wants to. It's not a marketing channel, if you know what I mean. It's not a marketing commercial, but let's let it keep going.
I also train on the side, do a little acting, modeling, and yes, I get paid for all of these things.
Oh, you guys gonna ask you, do they pay your bills?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So you had a baby 6 months ago.
I did.
Why are you not with the dad?
I feel like, okay, so I have a 6-year-old and a 6-month-old. Two different fathers.
Fellas, it's already a hell no. But we're gonna let it keep going because, like I said, I'm not trying to beat up on this lady, but I am going to hammer home the point of before there used to be women who were single mothers and they were with the men for, let's say, for instance, for 4 or 5 years, or the child got to teenage years and they split, but we're starting to see this alarming trend now of where these women are having babies and then they're going out there being single already. I mean, I did a video not too long ago about a woman who was pregnant, talking about she was out there trying to find a man. This is really concerning stuff. But what we do find is that she has 2 children with 2 different baby fathers. And you guys already know how I feel about that.
But, I always felt like I never allowed myself to receive the love that I give out. I've never been in a relationship, only had relations, because I think that ultimately I was scared of commitment. I felt like I didn't really deserve commitment, but I'll just be like to my girlfriends, like, go ahead, get married, find love, all of those things, and I'm used to being that light for everyone else. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna give it to myself.
All right, pause it right there. Fellas, fellas, fellas. I'm telling you, you got to stay away from these serial situationship women. And I know there's some fellas out there, like I know when a woman look good, bro. You productive, you on your grind, you know what I'm saying? You doing well for yourself and you talking to a woman right now and then you talking to a woman that you find very attractive, a woman that's beautiful looking and she comes across your path and you want to be able to date her. You want to be able to enjoy her. You want to be able to experience things with her in a dating sense, right? But when you deal with women who are serial situationship women, what you'll find out is that these women have no relationship skills. They have no history of dealing with a man for a long committed point of time. Now, to be fair to her, she did say that she was afraid of commitment. But what I am telling fellas is that you got to stay away from serial relationship, situationship women. Types of women, you ask them a question like, so tell me about you, right? They're going to give you these answers about their job, their schooling, what they're doing in their career. Women that have relationship experience, women that are know that they're feminine, know that they're beautiful, and know that they've had history of dealing with men, right? What'll happen in this case is those women, when you ask that question of what do you do, or tell me a little bit about yourself, they lead with their relationship experience. This is how you tell a situationship woman, a woman that just goes out here talking about her career. That's the first thing. Nobody, men don't care about that type of stuff, and women already know that. But fellas, situationship women are not going to get you anywhere, because as soon as something happens along the way, that they're already afraid of commitment. So if you say that, hey, look, I'm a productive man, I've been on my grind, I'm successful, I'm looking for a woman to join me on my journey, but I'm gonna lead the path, she's gonna have problems with that because she's never had experience of even dealing with a man. So just sorry, the long diatribe right there that I had to give you guys, but I need to be able to break this down.
I deserve it as well. I deserve the full commitment. I deserve to take the full steps to actually be a wife and do all of those things. So yeah, I'm just in a receiving process now.
So when the baby you just had, when did you and the dad break?
I'm gonna stop right there. And the reason why I'm gonna stop right there too is real quick is because I'm surprised Kendra did not follow up with a question of saying, yes, you're looking for a relationship now, but she could have asked her, why would a guy want to be in a relationship with you when you don't have any relationship experience? So I'm surprised that, she didn't follow up with that.
Break up. You broke up while you were pregnant?
Once he found out I was pregnant, yes.
Once he found you was pregnant, but you own up to responsibility because y'all wasn't in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I was in agreement with him. I didn't want to be in a relationship with him either. We were good friends. I knew him for 10 years. So it started getting intimate, and then of course once the fun came with consequences, it was a problem. So we parted ways. I went on and had my baby. Yeah, and we good.
She had her baby and we good, as if it don't take two to make a baby. Now, so many alarming things in there. The first alarming thing was that she said she knew the guy for 10 years, right? She never wanted to be in a relationship and they were having fun, right? So all of a sudden they've been knowing each other for a long time and then they start having fun. How they get to fun, with in the no condom stage. How you go from, knowing this girl, you having unprotected sex with her now, and then when the baby comes along, tries to make you seem like, that this man just all of a sudden quit because, it came with some consequences. But fellas, what I want you to understand is that more than likely there's a chance that this man was very honest with this woman and said that he was not looking to have a kid. And oftentimes, when women talk like this, they're not telling you that these gentlemen said that they did not want kids. And then all of a sudden, this woman may have agreed to that. I don't know if she agreed to it or not, did not agree to it. But this man more than likely told her that he did not want kids. And then all of a sudden, it's his fault. But we know how that situation works. But, gentlemen, be careful too, because if you're going to be out here dealing with this type of woman, you need to be protected up.
So here's the deal. I'm gonna let you continue, but I'm gonna be honest. If you were a guy and you told me you had a baby 6 months ago, I would tell the women not to date him.
Oh, we're done. We haven't been intimate since I told him that I was pregnant. I don't
Okay.
play them back and forth games. I'm very strategic and methodical with how I move. So like I don't allow drama. Like once that ended, that ended. Like I said,
See, like I told you before, how did it become drama? More than likely, this guy had communicated to her on numerous times that he did not want a kid, but he is going to pay the consequences here because he should have been wearing protection. But you see how she turns it into a back and forth conflict now. Is that nope? Soon as that relationship ended, you know, he didn't want this, and I don't play those types of games and all that type of rhetoric. Point still remains the same, gentlemen. I guarantee you, this man communicated to her that he did not want kids. But more to the story is, gentlemen, that's all you can do is really, make sure you're strapped up.
I still feel that I deserve to go on with my life because I hustle so hard. I work so hard to take care of both of my kids. I don't ask anybody for anything.
Lies, 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 lies. I'm sorry to be stopping this so much, but it's important that we talk about these things. Why am I saying that she's lying right there? She's not even thinking about the fact that she's asking a guy to get in a relationship with her. She just said that she doesn't ask a guy for anything. And you have to see this with these strong, independent women that just be, talking out the side of their mouth. I'm independent. I can do anything I want. I'm not asking anybody for anything. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to beat up on this woman. I don't know this woman personally, but she is asking something from somebody. For instance, she's asking a man that's going to date her to be with her and accept the fact that she has two kids by two different fathers. She's also asking a guy to potentially help her with raising those types of children or help her be. It's not like the guy's just going to be dating her and then he's not going to know the kids and never see the kids at all. So she is asking a guy to take a chance on a relationship with her, knowing that she has no relationship experience. So women just need to think about what they're saying before they say it. And gentlemen, if you come across this type of woman, you could often tell that she's probably not for guys like us, guys who are productive, because she's going to do a lot of rambling, fast talking, and she's not really cognitive or not processing what she's really saying, if you will.
I'll hold it down by myself.
Okay.
So
now you want something different. Now you want a relationship. No more situationships.
Exactly.
Okay, so what kind of man are you looking for, Bobby?
I want someone who is authentic. Like, I'm not really a superficial woman. Like, yes, I love nice things. I love looking good. But if you can't see past that, then you're not for me. If you dangle your money around and what you have, that's not for me as well. I want someone to love me as if it's going to be the last time that they see me. I want to be able to hustle with you as if we only got $1. You know what I'm saying? So, and I want to create experiences. So if you're controlling, manipulative, if you can't set your ego aside, if you can't come to me and be transparent and vulnerable, if we can't be best friends, then I don't have nothing for you, or you don't have anything for me as well.
Okay. What's some deal breakers besides those last two you just said?
On a surface level, I don't like laziness. I don't want you to be lazy. I'm not asking for you to be a billionaire right away. I just need you to have a billionaire mind. If you're always complaining, that's enough.
You said a billionaire mind.
All right. So before she transitions over to that point, what was the count of how many things she wanted? I'm probably going to say about 8 different things. So she wants to attract a certain type of man. And fellas, we already know what type of man that they're trying to attract. 6 foot, 6-pack, 6-figure income, all of that, right? But the thing is that those type of men, they're going to have a certain list or criteria as well. And what this woman doesn't understand is that brothers who are grinding out here, like I keep mentioning it, but we've been out here, we've been doing well for ourselves, as fellas. We've been grinding on our path. We got a sense of purpose about us. So we're going to want a woman that's going to be able to hold us and respect us. What I mean by hold us down is that if she goes in public, she can articulate herself well, or she can articulate my plan, my structure well. But with a woman like this, You're not really going to have that type of criteria. So the only thing I'm trying to say is, fellas, if a woman has 8 different criteria of things, you need to be looking at her for 7 or 8 types of those things that you may deem as good qualities in a woman.
So he has to become a billionaire eventually?
No, just like not think so low. Like I need high thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So not saying like, oh my God, we got to have $1 billion, but I want you to know that we can get through or solve any type of problem. You know what I'm saying? Like to the best of our ability.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell does that even mean? Okay, she's just trying to say she wants a guy who's productive, a guy who probably makes a certain amount of money, right? But then she gets into this millionaire, billionaire mindset, and guys who are trying to take off and be billionaires and millionaires, things of that nature, they are not going to be looking for their woman to have the same type of drive that they have. That woman needs to have a drive within her femininity to do something different than what we're doing. We are already, if you're trying to get to $1 billion, $1 million, you're already there. You have structures, you have foundations that are already in play. She needs to come within that, if you can fit her in there, to say, look, this is what I need you to do for my business. This type of woman right here, she wants to have all these high aspirations and kind of sit on that playing field with you. But men don't want that. We don't want, when we are out there making that type of money, you just need to fit within our program. And I just want to be honest about that.
Does he have to be in Chicago?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't have to be in Chicago. Can he have children?
Yes, he can have children.
He can have children. Do you want more kids?
I don't, but if it's like a really good situation for me, if I'm actually, have the ring on my finger, then I will consider it. My pregnancies were very complicated, so I don't want to go through that and sacrifice, my life for, situations that don't make sense anymore.
All right, so Bobby, what's the age range you want to date?
I'm gonna piggyback off the other guy that was in here. Mature.
Yeah. You said the guy does not have to be in Chicago, right?
No, he does not.
Does not.
Another sign of a situationship type of expert. Who the hell wants to date a woman that lives long distance? This whole long distance thing, fellas, don't date no woman and give her real serious time and you don't even live in the same city as her. If you can't see her all the time, or she's not around, she's kind of out of sight, out of mind. And when you have a woman who is like, hey, I live here in Chicago, I'll date you, you live in Milwaukee, now you got all that type of travel time in between when y'all going to see each other. It's never going to work out, fellas. And women like this just need to understand that. But it is a sign. Any woman that tells you she's been in a lot of long distance relationships, situationship. She's not been in relationships. She's been in situationships. Just remember.
Okay, you're such an attractive girl. Do you have an appearance requirement? Does a guy got to look a certain way?
Yes, of course I'm not going to front and say you got to be like super fine, but you have to be attractive enough for me to want to be intimate with you as well. Okay. So, I'm not asking for height requirements. Just be cool and I can vibe with you. I'm not too hard, but yeah, look nice and take care of yourself. Be clean.
Okay. You have to answer this question, but I guess I don't know if I should ask you this question, because usually I ask people when they broke up with someone that's a little bit over a year, when's the last time they were intimate? But you just had a baby.
So I'm gonna be honest with that question because I see a lot of people dodge it. I was intimate, I would say about 2 weeks ago. Now I feel like I owe myself that one.
Well, you said what?
I feel like I owe myself that.
Tell me why you owed yourself. Tell me this is a new one. Tell me why you owed yourself that, Bobby.
Because I feel like I worked so hard. You know what I'm saying? If I do a little oopsie, I feel like I deserve it because I'm very intentional with how I move. So if you are.
Oh my God, how do I even explain this stuff? All right, so the first thing is this, right? So obviously she just had a baby, right? Had a baby. That man didn't work out for whatever reason, right? So the baby's 6 months, still an infant, right? Baby's still an infant. Then she just had sex 2 weeks ago, right? So what's up with that relationship? She just had sex 2 weeks ago. We know it's probably not a relationship, but why would she just be having sex after just coming off a baby with a guy she probably just wasn't going to even be in a relationship with, but then turns around on Kendra G's channel and then says, "Hey, I'm looking for a guy to be in a relationship with." That doesn't even make sense. It's like, don't you think you should have been really focused in on looking for a relationship after you just came off the baby? Now we know women have sexual urges and all of that type of stuff, but a woman like this, she doesn't even sound like she has a plan to date a man full time or be in a committed relationship. She doesn't even sound like that at all, because if she did, she would have had a plan after that baby to say, "Look, I'm not going to do what I've been doing. It hasn't yielded me those type of results." But what does she do? 2 weeks ago from making this video, she just said that, "Hey, I just had sex," and that's the path she chooses to take. But and then she's also talking about she deserved that and owed herself this. Fellas, it's just going downhill fast.
In my presence is not rare. If a guy does really get my attention to the point where, we can go home and vibe, that's cool. And I don't step, like, I take care of my daughters all the time. If I'm not taking care of my daughters, I'm working. So my homie had an event. She got married, and it was just that, and I moved on. But prior to that, I haven't had sex from the time that I told the father of my child that I was pregnant. So,
Okay. So that was just something that you hadn't had sex in over a year since you were pregnant. So that was just so that guy, though, you don't want to, have you talked to him since? Do you be in a relationship with him or no? No. Okay.
It wasn't nothing too serious, and we both moved on from that.
Okay.
Shout out to Kendra. See, Kendra couldn't even hold that one back. See, my point exactly what I just made. It makes absolutely no sense.
Okay. You got a lot going on, Bobby.
I do this all in order. I don't have any baby daddy drama. Like, I'm very much so about my business. Like, I play a lot, but I don't play for real. When it comes down to serious stuff, like, making sure my kids are in order, making sure they disciplined, making sure they clean, making sure they learn. I'm very strategic about that. Like, I don't have men in my crib. Like, it's no drama. The guys call me when they want to pick up their daughter, or if I need them to pick up their daughter, they picking their daughter up. Other than that, it's none of that. None of that back and forth, none of that guessing. I don't play no games. No.
Okay. But you said you want to be in a relationship now. So what things are you going to do different than you did before in the past? Because you admitted you never was in a relationship. You had 2 kids by men who were not even your boyfriend. So what lessons have you learned, or what are you going to do different this time around as you're dating to not end up in the same situation again?
Absolutely nothing. And I promise you, I don't mean to be harsh on her, but her actions have said that after the baby, she has no plan. You've been hearing her talk, and I'm gonna link the original video down in the description directly to Kendra's channel, so that way if you guys want to watch the video in full, you can go there and do it. But everything she has been saying up to this point, she has no plan. If she knew what she wanted and she was committed to finding these outcomes, she would have led on Kendra's show with, "This is who I've been in the past, but these are the things I've been doing over the course of the last year. These are the things I've been doing since I got pregnant." That's what she would have led with. So her actions tell me rather that she just really needs to settle down, think about a plan, because Kendra said it best. She has absolutely too many things going. And what I mean by that, fellas, she got too many things going on to be disturbing your life, man. You've been out here grinding, man. You've been out here doing good for yourself. And if you choose to bring this type of woman on a date, it might not go the way you want because she hasn't thought about that plan. Because those situationship type of ladies, they're never going to get to this point because they don't understand commitment. Until the next time, I'm out. Peace.